At the start of this course, we were all asked to consider and share our various reasons for embarking on our MBA. Some of you mentioned that you're looking to enhance some skills such as marketing that you currently have, and others mentioned that this course was taken to advance in your careers in general. Though many of our courses teach us how to run other people's businesses, have you ever instead considered setting up your own business and putting what you've learned thus far and will learn for the remainder of your coursework towards running your own business? Many of us at one time or another have thought of owning our own business. Maybe you've noticed inefficiencies with your current firm, or maybe you yearn for the freedom of being able to set your own hours. So what's stopping you? Did you know that approximately 543,000 new businesses get started each month? Why can't you be part of that large number? Allow yourself to dream big. What sorts of things come to mind? Have you maybe thought of owning your own retail store, or maybe even starting a restaurant? How about owning your own stock brokerage? What's stopping you? Are you afraid that maybe you might lose some of the security that you have in your current job, or maybe you'll wonder how you'll pay for your health insurance? Are you perhaps afraid that you just don't have what it takes to be successful at running your own business? Running your own business will actually quell all these fears and may bring up things in you that you didn't even know you're capable of. I say take a chance. You have one life to live, and if you don't take advantage of this life, you're not going to have another chance to do it. Registering a business is actually a pretty simple and straightforward process. It's a three-step process to get started. The first thing you're going to do is file the appropriate paperwork with the Secretary of State. You're also going to need to have what's called a registered agent to receive any state mail or litigation mail that's sent to the company. And lastly, you just want a system in place to monitor and manage your annual reports and your compliance with the state as they come due. It's easier than it sounds. Before you can register the company, though, you're going to have a few choices to make. You have to decide which type of entity you want to form. Are you going to form a corporation or an LLC? As an entrepreneur, however, you are able to register any business type and run your business in relatively the same way, regardless of which entity type you choose. Some of the main differences between the entity types, however, do exist based on fundamental structure and in the way that they're taxed. C corporations are taxed on a corporate level and on a personal level, and this is the type of taxation that you may find for larger publicly traded companies. S corporations are taxed on a personal level, meaning you can claim the gains or losses on your personal returns. One thing that corporations do have in common is their structure. With corporations, you will have a more formal structure inherently. These types of structures are characterized by having directors, officers, and shareholders. Without going into too much detail, I'll simply say that because of the formality of the structures, there's a bit more record keeping that's required. LLCs, on the other hand, are a bit less formal. As a relatively new entity type, only being recognized in 1977, LLCs have become the popular go-to for smaller business owners. LLCs are either managed by their owners, also known as members, or by another party called managers. LLCs are taxed in the same way that S corporations are taxed, in that you're able to claim the gains or losses of the LLC on your personal tax return. Because of this, smaller business owners tend to select this entity type because it is simpler and it does have a simple tax structure. Now, you may still wonder what is the best option for you. This should be relatively easy at this particular point. If you want easy, then LLC it is. And if you're looking for something a bit more formal, then you may consider instead registering a corporation. With either option, you are able to run the company as you choose, as previously stated. Now, you may have decided on your entity type and have chosen a company to assist with the yearly filing and compliance. At this point, you've done the relatively hard part, but the fun part is actually running your business. Now, you may ask yourself, why should I run my own business? One of the main benefits of owning your own business is salary potential. When you work for someone else, you are pretty much limited to your salary and there's very little room for anything else. When you work for yourself, however, you have the potential that's somewhat limitless. You can control productivity, pricing, and marketing. Another benefit includes simply doing what you enjoy. There's a certain satisfaction that comes from doing what you love and knowing that the effort you put into this will be directly related to the success of the company. There really can't be a greater feeling than seeing your dreams become a reality and more so a success. One of the greatest things about running your own company is being able to create your own hours. Though in the beginning you will have to put in a lot of extra hours, this does not have to dictate how your company will be run on an ongoing basis. When you work for yourself and you found a successful business model, you may find that you are generating enough revenue to hire a few more people to take care of the day-to-day operations, such as accounting and maybe even marketing. This means that you'll have time to take off for perhaps other business ventures or maybe just sitting back and relaxing from all those years of hard work. So I want to ask you, do you think it's fair to deny yourself happiness simply because of fear? Don't you think higher of yourself than that? Don't you deserve financial freedom and a chance to pursue your dreams? You want to know my suggestion? Take a leap. Do yourself a favor and pursue that hobby that's always interested you. Take a small business class to find out how to run that restaurant and live the life you've always wanted to live.